The Italians are world renowned for producing some of the most beautiful shotguns the world has ever seen. And I had something come in this week that is absolutely stunning, and I couldn't do anything other than bring it out for a try. Now, I've been fortunate enough over the years to shoot some beautiful guns, but this from Luciano Bosis is by far the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. I've shot some pretty stuff in my time, but that is by far the most elegant thing I've ever had the privilege of shooting. And when I got asked to do the video with this, I was really nervous because bringing something out like that, it's such a piece of art. I mean, the engraving on that gun is absolutely beautiful. The engraving, who is Giancarlo Pedretti, has done an absolutely fabulous job. That very light scroll with the gold inlay. And normally I'm not a fan of gold inlay, but the ducks on that are done so incredibly beautifully well that it really gives it a nice bit of class. Now, this is designed, I would have said, as a Cartridge gun. It's a bit stock heavy, just tips away a bit. 27.5-inch barrels, 3/8 choke, which is perfect for the sim pair we've got on this next stand. So we're out of Brandonwood today, and the reason we come here is because it is such a beautiful backdrop, and I thought something as pretty as that deserved to bring it out somewhere where it really fitted in. I mean, as I've already said, the Italians are world famous for producing some of the prettiest guns, but that is just a piece of art. Just the attention to detail that's gone into this, from the engraving and inlay and gold on the barrel to the stocking work. I mean, even sort of inletting this into the forend, the work that's gone into it, the craftsmanship that has gone into it is just absolutely incredible. I mean, it gives you just a buzz. I mean, it's beautiful to shoot, but there's just such a buzz about just aesthetically how it looks. I mean, they are still in production now. Luciano Bosis' daughter is still producing a number of guns, and I saw recently on Instagram that they're producing a 410 in the Michelangelo model, which is this, just with the addition of the Boss style forend, and it is just to absolute die for. Well, getting my hands on something like this has been just an absolute privilege. It has been a dream to shoot. You would have noticed today that I've left the shot cam off, and that's just because the balance and feel of the gun is just absolutely sublime. I just didn't want to spoil it. I know I've talked a lot today about how this thing looks, and I mean, the beauty of that is just incredible. But to shoot, this would make the most awesome grouse or partridge gun. It is so incredibly quick. It's that stock heaviness, makes the gun really fast moving, and just so effortless to shoot. I mean, everything about it, just how it opens and closes, just everything is just perfectly engineered, and it just shows. So, last pair, we'll head back to the shop. We're going to talk a little bit about Bosis' history. Pull. Okay, let's do the specifications first. 27.5-inch barrels, 2 3/4 inch chambers, choked 3/8, mounted on that absolutely beautiful single trigger pinless side lock action with a 14.5-inch right-handed stock. Now, from the research I've done, potentially this is the only one advertised for sale in the UK at the moment. So if you do want some information on it, follow the link in the description below. You'll be able to find out a bit more about it on our website. Now, the best way to describe Bosis to you all is he is the Purdy of Italy. The guns are just to absolute die for. The quality, the workmanship, the craftsmanship, and there's no wonder. So I've done a bit of research on Bosis, not a massive amount, but I went away, did a bit of reading, and he actually started working in a gun shop from the age of 12. He then moved on to work for Perazzi in the 70s and then set up shop on his own. Funnily enough, the first 2 guns that he ever produced were side-by-sides, and the over and unders didn't come in till the 80s. But, I mean, I've only ever seen one more in the flesh, and I actually saw it at Holt's probably 5 or 6 years ago. And this is just by far the best example I have ever seen. Like I said, I don't think there is another one advertised for sale in the UK at the moment. There is a couple across the pond in the States at the moment advertised for sale, but these are just incredibly rare. I mean, they were obviously produced in very limited numbers. These weren't a gun that you could just go and pick up off the shelves. These were all manufactured to order, and they are still in manufacture today. I mean, if you have a look on any of their social media, I mean, interestingly enough, I saw that they were producing a Michelangelo, again, which is a very similar model to this, with a Boss style forend in 410 caliber, which I think is just awesome. I mean, it's one of those guns that you have got to see it in the flesh to see the attention to detail. I mean, I'm not a big fan of gold, but that action is just so beautifully engraved. I mean, that fine sort of English style scroll with the gold inlay, it's done so well. I mean, obviously it is engraved by one of the best, Mr. Pedretti, and just, I mean, I do this quite often, I get lost for words, but the beauty of this gun is just phenomenal. I mean, little things like, so under the forend here, you've got some gold inlay. That's obviously gold inlay let into wood and then engraved. I mean, the work that has to go into that to be done, I mean, uncomprehendable. I mean, everything about this gun is just incredible. I mean, the wood to metal fit, the metal to metal fit, everything. I mean, the inletting around here of the iron around the end of the forend, it just absolutely perfect. I mean, one of the other things that I think is really quite nice about the gun is you're never going to forget the serial number, 303. I mean, it just really, you know, that's the cherry on top of the ice cream, that is for me. It's just beautiful. I mean, to shoot, it is an incredibly fast handling gun. As I said earlier in the video, it'd make a really, really nice grouse gun or partridge gun. It's very, very fast moving. It is stock heavy and quite a bit stock heavy. It is an effortless gun to shoot. It's something that is what I'd call, it's like an instinctive gun. You just move it to where you need to be, you know, fast partridge, fast grouse, and it just, oh. I mean, it's not very often I genuinely fall in love with a gun, but I have with that, and Dad had as well. I mean, when it came in, I mean, Dad's not left it alone. I think he'd quite like to keep it for himself, and I am not surprised. I mean, the wood on that is just absolutely beautiful. I mean, even the case is presented just absolutely beautifully. It's just, I mean, it's one of those guns that, again, saying it's a pleasure to shoot is not correct. It's been a privilege to be able to shoot something like that and be able to review it for you guys. It's just, it is the prettiest gun I've ever set my eyes on. And I mean, recently we went to Purdy's not long ago, and I'm not knocking them by any means, but there was nothing in that showroom that was quite as elegant as that. It is just an absolute thing of beauty. And again, like I've said, and I'll say it again, it's one of those guns that you have got to see it in the flesh. Look at that engraving close up, look at that woodwork up close, really to appreciate the work and the craftsmanship that has gone into that. So as I said, have a look on our website, guys. It is there if you'd like any more information on it. This is an incredibly rare opportunity to own something that is produced in incredibly limited numbers. Thank you for watching this week, guys. We'll be back to you next week with another video.